Right guys, so at this point I've not made a beat in probably about 2 weeks. So today I'm just jumping straight back into my beat making routine. I'm going to make a piano based underground rap beat. I've got my tempo set at 87 and I'm just in my favorite scale of C sharp minor. And obviously to make a piano based rap beat, we're going to need a piano. So I've come into Artoria's Piano V and I'm just going to select this Noto Del Concerto. I'm just going to start by putting down the root notes all the way across. Then we're just adding a really simple melody here. Now that we have that in, we can just move these down to make a bass progression. Maybe add some variation here at the end as well. Take these ones down an octave, just drop it down slightly, grab everything and quickly randomize it. Then I think we could also take these and layer them up a couple of octaves higher, bring those down in velocity as well. Roll out the low end. Add some really simple delay. And then just some really simple reverb as well. Straight away, I'm just going to freeze and flatten this to get it into audio form. I'm just going to take every second half bar and reverse them. Just join all those with Control and J. Try some half time on these. I've just set it to 1/4. So now that we have it half timed, we can just try pitching it up. Maybe go up about 4. Like that straight away. Just pull in another piano quickly. Just adding that same bass note progression on some really low piano notes. Fills out the frequency spectrum, makes it instantly sound darker. Half time is bringing in a lot of low frequencies. So I just want to take those out so it's a bit cleaner for that low piano. Just way cleaner now. So I've got this hollow stab loaded up from Heat Up 3. I'm going to put that down on the root note here. I just add some impact every time it comes around every 8 bars. Then we're just going to do a similar thing on the tubular bell, but on the 5th bar, so they alternate every 4 bars. So more grand piano next, but this time I've gone for a different preset. We're just going to put in a really simple high melody. Follow the bass note progression here. Maybe just adding an extra note here as well. Boost the highs on this one. Processing wise on the piano, it's a bit of replica. This is on 84% mix, and then just a small amount of reverb with crystalline. And I think we could just do a bit of pan shaping to move it around a bit. Some really simple string stabs next. Bring that up an octave as well, just to thicken it out a little bit. Processing on this layer, I've just added some EQ8, just cutting out the lows and the highs. I've added some EFX Refract on the BPM Mako preset, and I've just added a small amount of reverb with Native Instruments ROM. Just kind of filters it a bit and pushes it into the background. These are also panned out to the left. Then to counteract that, on the right side, we could add some violin. I'm just going to copy the bass progression at first. Now we can just fill in some extra notes. So I'm thinking we could just use this violin in the chorus as kind of like a lead line. Keep it really simple with these snares. And then just to make them slightly more realistic, take these ones here and just drop them down. Maybe this one here as well. Maybe put an extra one in here. Gonna go for a really nice big kind of boomy kick on this one. I'm just going to back that kick up with the Odyssey kick. This will just give it a bit more punch in the low end. For the hats on this one, I'm just going to add in that extra energy and make it feel a little bit more up tempo. I'm just going to start off by placing down some really simple two-step kind of hi-hats. Just alternate the velocities on them. Now I'm just going to randomize them a bit more. I'll just copy these all the way over. Then I think just to further that energy, we could add some extra ones in, but just bring the velocities down. Bring in a second hat as well. We can just use these as accents, something like this. Just a really simple crash here at the start of the first bar. Just some open hats to emphasize a couple of kicks. So for the bass, I've just come to my go-to, which is the dub bass from the Scarby Rickenbacker. Now I might switch this sound out later, but I'm just going to start here. I'm just going to keep it really simple here on just the bass note progression from earlier. Then we can add in a few riffs maybe. Copy this over to the second half. And just add an extra note in here. Maybe on this one as well. So now we have that down, we can flick through these different presets and find a sound that we want. Feeling this Rapture preset. After that, I've just added some Cold Fire for a bit of distortion. Just helps thicken it out a little bit. Just brought the mix down though. So percussion wise, I always like to add really kind of industrial textures. So I'm just going to add the sound of these fence hits. Maybe add in a couple of those actually and just use this ramp setting. Then just a really simple ride cymbal. Right then, so the beat's sounding pretty full. I'm going to go ahead, structure it out, add some transitions, then I'll play you out with the final beat. Hope you've enjoyed the cook up, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.